My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Uncut Gems. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But this is a movie I like. I don't love it, but I do understand the people who love it. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And Adam Sandler gives one of, if not his absolute best performance here. Like, there's funny people, there's Click, there's Punch Drunk Love. But yeah, I think it's his best. I think it is absurd he wasn't nominated for an Oscar for his work here. Like, he carries this movie so incredibly well. He brought lots of personality to Howard, and he just did everything that he needed to perfectly. This entire movie relies on his performance, and he just knocks it out of the park. Then we've got Julia Fox, who I believe is typically a model, not an actress, but she still does a pretty good job here. She brought enough to her character where she does stand out. We've also got Kevin Garnett, who is typically an athlete and not an actor, but he also does a pretty good job. Lakeith Stanford does a perfectly fine job. Eric Bourguignon does a pretty decent job. Adina Menzel, Elsa herself, is in this movie, and she's really good. Like, whenever she's on screen, she just fully delivers, and Judd Hirsch does a great job. So the cast understood the assignment, and they are delivered. And this is just a very well-directed movie by Benny and Josh Safdie. I love how stressful this movie is. I love how overwhelming it is. I love how anxiety ridden it is. Like, it is a movie that everybody is talking over each other. There's a buzzer going off constantly, and every scene is just an attack on your senses, but in a way that I found to be truly effective. And you're just watching this guy making bad decision after bad decision, and it's a very infuriating watch. But that's because you're just so invested in everything going on. This is a movie about self-destruction and about gambling and about addiction. And in that regard, I thought it had enough substance to it. And there is a couple neat twists here. Like, there's a big reveal where it turns out that the big guy that Howard is going up against is actually a family member. And it's actually such a great reveal. And I do like the ending of this movie. Like, Howard just wins. And then he gets shot dead just like that. And it's a tragic end because he was finally going to be good. And then, like, he dies. But at the same time, this is a man who would have just fucked it up somehow. He would have. So in some ways, it's a pleasant death where he gets to end on the top. So I kind of like how his death has multiple layers to it, and it just allows the ending to really stand out. But this movie is 2 hours and 15 minutes long. It didn't need to be. Like, this movie could have been an hour and 50, and I feel like it would have been a tighter, better movie as a result. And as much as I do like it, it's not a movie I see myself going back to often. Like, it's not very rewatchable, and it's not a movie that stays with you after you turn it off. It is a good, effective, well-directed, well-acted movie while you're watching it, but it's just not a movie I'm, like, super passionate about. So, there's definitely lots to love here. It's quality filmmaking, and like I said, it is a stressful movie. Like, that auction scene just makes me feel sick to my stomach, but I feel like it could have been a bit tighter, and it's just not my favorite type of movie, but I would still give Uncut Gems a 7 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Uncut Gems? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.